listening to the LOZ Podcast Network.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the LOZ Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ken Lawler. You're here for another edition of the LOZ Podcast. We do this each week. We are simulcasting on KRMS radio. So from 10 to 11 a.m. on Saturday, you might be listening to us on KRMS. We love that collaboration with them. In fact, you can actually go into the LOZ app, you can tap the media button, and you can listen to any of their stations right in the LOZ app. So you can tap and listen in your car, listen in your boat. Sometimes you might be on your boat. Sometimes you don't want to drive your own boat. Sometimes you have people coming into town that you don't want to put on your boat. Well, I've got a gentleman here today that can help with all that. Marty Clark, all-inclusive boat charters and tours. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me this morning.
You know, we had you on in the spring, and so we talked about the fact that the big season was coming, and it's here, isn't it?
Well, it's in full force. We're very busy. The lake is busy. The restaurants, the bars are busy. So I think that, I don't know what the economy's like in the rest of the country, but it's pretty darn good here in Lake of the Ozarks, Missouri.
You know, I think a little bit of what I'm hearing out there is because gas prices have been a little bit higher than normal, that people are staying closer to home. So the people that might have gone to Florida or they might have gone somewhere else on the summer vacation, they tend to stay closer and they're coming to the lake, right? And it's been great for the lake.
Yeah, we're busy. We get a lot of people, honestly, from Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa, obviously from Missouri, but just throughout the Midwest. But we've had people this year as far as Texas, Connecticut. We had a group even come in for the boat races a few weeks ago from Bermuda, so that was kind of fun.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, we have, we're in the middle of our big weekend right now. This is the 4th of July weekend, 250, America's birthday, a lot of stuff going on. I'm sure you guys are booked solid this weekend, right?
Absolutely booked solid. We have 8 boats that we send out, and every Friday and Saturday, throughout the entire summer, those boats are booked up for the most part. There's a few openings here and there, but it's here and in full force, and we're enjoying it.
And is it mostly, is it mostly families you guys get, or is it a lot of bachelorette parties, or is it kind of a mixture of both?
It's a little bit of a mixture, but the majority of the people we get, honestly, are bachelorettes and bachelor parties. I would say it's probably 75% of those. And then the rest are just family, friends, a lot of girls' trips. You name it. Last week for 2 days, we had, I think there was 5 couples that came down from Lake in Nebraska. So it's a little bit of mix of everything, but normally it's a party crowd. Now, during the week, we do get more of the families and things of that nature.
And so what's the normal route you're taking these bachelorette parties on? So you'll just kind of start, you got to ask them where they want to go, and then you'll hit a couple of the on-the-water places, or is Party Cove even a thing anymore, or what's going on?
It kind of depends on the group. We have boats scattered from the 10-mile marker to the 30-mile marker, so it kind of depends on where we're picking them up and what they want to do. But, there's some hot spots on the lake, obviously, that really cater to that atmosphere, the bachelors and bachelorettes, which, of course, is Coconuts, Tap and Grill, Shady Gators, Backwater Jacks, Dog Days, and High Tide. So, and of course, Party Cove once in a while as well.
Yeah, and with the advent in the last decade of all these big pools, I guess that's kind of taken over from what Party Cove used to be. So they like to go stop and go into the big pools at these bars, which is great. I know Backwaters just had that level 5 they opened up, and
that's another one. Yeah, that's a
big one, isn't it? They get some big crowds over there at that place.
So that place is phenomenal. The problem we see as captains is they didn't add any boat parking for the most part. So you have 2 major entertainment venues with the same parking lot that they had with one. So it's kind of become a challenge getting in and out of there. But so far, so good. We've been able to get everybody in there that wanted to go.
So for the most part, when you go to those places, do you drop off and then kind of go hang out somewhere else and then come back and pick them up, or do you try to stay there on site?
Well, if you're lucky enough to get a slip, you don't want to give it up. So, 99 times out of 100, if we get a slip, we'll sit there and wait. Occasionally, if there's not a slip, you'll pull up, drop them off at the gas dock, depending on where you might be, and then the captain will usually just float around until a slip opens up, and then we'll nav it and then go tell our group where we're parked, so they can find us after they're done hanging out.
And I would imagine that after they're done hanging out, trying to corral everybody back on the boat can sometimes be challenging.
Absolutely. It's some days it's, what do they say, like herding cats, but it makes it fun too, So it just depends on the group. Some of them are, they're young people, the bachelor and bachelorette, so they're having a fun time, and so we understand how all that goes, and normally, believe it or not, there's usually one responsible person in that group that kind of takes charge of that group for them. So when that happens, it's like a bonus for the captain.
Right. Well, and I'm sure you run into, every once in a while you get a runner and somebody just jumps on a boat with somebody else and you can't find them.
That has happened. That has happened. Absolutely. You're like, hey, where's Tina? Well, she jumped on a jet ski with a guy. Like, well, that's a problem because we need her back. So we haven't lost anybody yet, though. So far, we're 100% to getting everybody where they need to be.
It's amazing. I thought Nashville was kind of the place for bachelorette and bachelor parties, but it seems like the Lake of the Ozarks is giving them a run for their money in the summer, huh?
There is no way we're not. Literally, about every boat that goes by on a Friday and Saturday is a party boat. This place is set up for it because there's so many venues, and they can get a little taste of each one, and then maybe go cove out or go to Party Cove, and then works out great in the evening too if they want to go have a nice meal. In a place, there's, obviously the lake has got a ton of venues that are, great to eat at. So it's a great, and we got all these Airbnbs that they can stay at. And each of them has a dock. So it works out perfect. We can just pull up. They don't have to drive anywhere. So that's never an issue. We pick them up on their dock. We take them out for their boat day. End of the day, we're dropping them right back where we picked them up at, and everybody's safe. You don't have to worry about drinking and driving, those kind of things. So, the groups really appreciate that, and it's just the best way to go about it, we feel.
Yeah, it's so important to stay safe. I mean, you want everybody to have fun and really, you go back 10, 15 years, there wasn't a lot of boat charter services like this anyway. I mean, you didn't have the option, you didn't have Uber, you didn't have all this stuff. So the fact that today you really don't have a reason to get behind the wheel or to get behind the wheel of a boat when you guys are out partying. There's no reason to. There's plenty of services. You guys are there, and you're ready to help people have a safe and fun, day on the water without all the crap.
Well, you're right. Even if you don't book a boat from us, there's other services available. There's lake taxi. There's, those types of services. Obviously, you said Uber, through BoatGo, which is a great service. You can call there and hire a captain to drive your own boat. Or, if you rented a tribe team from somewhere else, they'll drive that boat or whatever it might be. So there's so many options available to keep people from driving under the influence while they're out on the lake.
And, it's in your name, all inclusive boat charters and tours. You guys handle it all, right? I mean, they call you up and you figure out the timing, you figure out the dates, you figure out what they're going to do. And if they needed something even at night where they wanted to jump on, another service by car at night, you can refer them over to,
Lake Rides or one of those
pros and all those guys. And, so if you guys really work together, I know a lot of times if somebody calls you up and you don't have a boat, you'll throw another name out there they can go to, and then vice versa. They'll do the same for you guys. It's a real tight-knit community, isn't it?
It is great. And that happens almost on a daily basis. If we're booked, we'll say, hey, call this guy, this guy, this guy. And then we get calls too, like, hey, how'd you hear about us? Well, somebody from another boat rental company was full that day, so they referred us to you. So that goes hand in hand with multiple companies here. So it's a really nice relationship that we have with each other. And, there's been times even that I've needed boat parts and I can call, a buddy that runs another company. He's like, hey, I've got it. Come get it, whatever, just replace it, whatever we work out. So it's been very good. And I really enjoy that part of it.
And, I think for the most part too, when you guys are in the middle, and let's face it, like if you're listening to this right now, this show, and you want to come down and book a boat for tomorrow, that's not going to happen. So
probably not going to happen. I think
you got to really plan out a little bit.
Yeah, you need to plan ahead. That's an absolute fact. Maybe we could find you a boat at a boat rental place. The captain will be the issue. I don't know how many captains are here at the lake, but through BoatGo, there's 40 plus, and about every Friday and Saturday, 40 plus are all booked out. So that's the tough part. But the good news is, I know that Jason at BoatGoat's signing up additional captains all the time. He vets them. He does. I'll let you talk to him about that. But he does every step to make sure they're a good captain and that they're able to take people out on the lake and keep them safe and still have a good time.
Yeah, we talk to Jason all the time, and he does a great work for everybody. The one thing that I do like to remind people, though, is that the lake is open 7 days a week. So if you don't have to be out on a Friday or Saturday or Sunday, and you want to go out on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, there's a ton of amazing boating. And by the way, nobody closes. All the places stay open during the week. It's a great time to boat, isn't it?
You're exactly right. And we've been trying to promote that, Sunday through Thursday charters, because for the exact reasons you gave, the lake is much calmer. There's no crowds. It's a little more of a family environment. If you want to party, we can still find a party. But, I love weekday boating. It's my favorite. I have one tomorrow. I just talked to the gentleman today a little bit ago. The best boating is Sunday through Thursday, honestly, in my mind.
Yeah, and I tell people that all the time too. Like this lake, Sunday through Thursday, everything's still open, everything's still going. The pools are still going. There's still people everywhere. But Friday and Saturday on this lake, it kind of goes up a couple notches. So you have to really want to be in that atmosphere. And a lot of people do, and that's great. But, if you're out there and you want to take your family on a boat and you want to rent the boat for the day and you want to take the kids in the cove, and I would suggest Tuesday. I think Tuesdays are one of the best days on the lake because
every day's a great day, but some are a little better.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so, and obviously, guys, look, it's super easy to get a hold of all-inclusive boat charters and tours. You go into the LOZ app, go under boat rentals, go under captain. You guys are all over the place in the app. You got listings on all those sections. And I would encourage everybody to sign up with all-inclusive boat charters and tours because they're going to make it a safe day. You got to have a captain. You're going to have a trustworthy boat. These guys do this for a living. And you know what? You just have no worries when you do it. You one-stop shopping, you get it all done, and Marty Clark's going to take care of you, aren't you?
Absolutely. We try to make it as easy as possible. You call in, we're going to get you a boat. We'll get you a boat, go captain. Our program also includes fuel. So fuel's on me. We have water saddles on the boat for coving out, and then we always have a cooler full of ice.
Well, there you have it, guys. All-inclusive boat charters and tours. Our buddy Marty Clark, he loves to come on and we talk, every couple months about what's going on in the boat rental and captain world. You guys are providing such an amazing service. I'm so grateful that you guys are here and that having a great season. All right, my friend, thank you for joining the LOZ Podcast Network. Everybody, we'll be right back after these words.